Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. On this tutorial I'll be teaching you this children's trendy gown, ruffles trendy gown, or you can call it a ball gown, and the bodice is like a strap. It's like the drapes at the front. I'll be teaching you how to do that, and these are the things we'll be needing: the nets, the two nets, the fabric, and the ruler. We'll start by drafting the basic bodice. That is the off-shoulder. The off-shoulder bodice. That's what we'll be drafting first. And I'll be taking away 3 inches. I'll be taking away 3 inches from the upper body. I'll be taking away 3 inches. Then I'll mark the length. To get the length is 10 inches plus I'm going to add another 1 inch for joining allowance for the down part. And I'm going to, this is an off-shoulder bodice. I'm going to mark the 6 inches, that is the chest line, the armhole line. Those are the 2 measurements I'll be marking. The chest line and the waist line. And on the neckline, the baby's chest line I'm working with is 10 inches. When you divide it by 2, it will give me 5 plus half-inch joining allowance. Half-inch joining allowance, making it 5.5. We'll connect it. That is the armhole. And I'm going to take the bust measurement. Take the bust measurement. The bust measurement I'm working is 22 divided by 4 plus sewing allowance. And that is exactly where my armhole is. And the waist measurement, divide your waist measurement by 4. Add your sewing allowance. And connect it. And that is it for the bodies. Now you're going to cut. With this, I'll place it to cut the back. The difference between the front and the back is just the zip allowance. Just place it, get your zipper allowance and cut. That is for the back part. Open up your zipper allowance. And that is it for the upper part. That's our off-shoulder bodice. Now you're going to take it to your machine and join it on both sides. The front side the right side facing the right side. You're going to join it. Join it on both sides with the sewing allowance that you left while you were drafting. After joining, this is what you're going to have. This is what you have. Now we're going to cut the strap. The strap for the round shoulder, for the strap, that is for the sleeve. I'll be making use of, her round strap is 6 inches. 6 inches. When you put it on fold, it will give you 3. So I'll measure 3 plus ½ inch sewing allowance. That will give me 3.5. That will give me 3.5. Then I will take to get the exact armhole that I'll be working with, I'll take what I've drafted on the main bodies. I'll take what I've drafted on the main bodies. That is for the strap. I'll take what I have on the armhole. This is the best way to get your armhole on your sleeve or your off-shoulder sleeve. This is the best way to go to do it. Then you're going to cut 2 of this. I'm going to cut 2 of this. This is for the second sleeve. You are cutting the exact measurement you have on the first one for the strap. You are going to take it to your machine and join. I'm going to sew it down, and on the other side you're going to sew it down. We are preparing the bodies before we attach the net. We sew it and attach it. Now the bodice is ready for us to drape the net on it. The bodice is ready for the net to be draped on it. And for this net, for this two, the two is going to go across to the other side, to the back. It's going to start from the front to the back, to where the zip allowance is. That is where we are going to place it. So you're going to take your measurements from there to know the length of two you're going to cut. To know the length of two you're going to cut, you're going to measure from the zipper allowance of the back. That is the zipper allowance. You're going to measure from the back to know the length of the two you're going to place. And it's going to go across the armhole. It's going to go across the armhole. Get the exact length you'll be cutting. And on this one, what I have is 25. I'm going to mark it where I'm going to place the two. It's just like it's across each other. That's where I'm going to drape the two. That is how I'm going to place the two. And on the other side, it's going to start again from the zipper allowance, down to the side. You see where I marked the other side? That is how it's going to go. It's going to go across till it gets to the side of the fabric. Now measure the two to know the length of the two you'll be cutting. What I have is 25. So I'll be cutting two of it. Make sure you go for the softest two so that you can be able to drape it very well. You can be able to drape it on the fabric very well. So what I have here is length 25. Length 25. The width depends on how full you want it to be. Length 25. The length of the two depends on how full you want it to be on the bodice. So I'm going to take it to my machine. I'm going to gather it. I'll cut two of this. I'll gather it on both ends. Gather it on both ends so that I can be able to arrange the drapes very well. I'll finish gathering the two. I'll finish gathering it. Now I'm going to arrange it. I'm going to arrange it down using my pin and pin it down. Starting from the zipper allowance, because you're going to attach it close to the zipper allowance so that when you put your zip, you use your zip to cover up for the back part. So this is how I will place it. And I'll use my pin to pin it down. It will get to your zipper allowance so that when you place your zip will cover the back part. I'm going to stitch it down. Stitch it down. When you put your zip will cover it. Now you're going to arrange it very well. Make sure you arrange it very well so that the shape will come out. And I'm going to use my pin to pin it down. For this part, you are going to use your needle to make tiny stitches on it to hold it down so that it will be fixed on the sleeve. And for the bodice, you are going to drape it well, then attach it to the side. You're going to open up the side. You're going to open up the side and fix the other parts so that it will hold it down. And open up the side to fix the tool to hold it down. And you're going to stitch it back. You're going to stitch it back. This is where you're going to hold the other end. You stitch it back. And for the middle, you can use your needle to hold it down with tiny stitches. You're going to do the same to this other side. The same thing you did to the other side. This is the same thing you're going to do here. Open up the other side and fix it. Fix from the zip allowance. Please, if you have enjoyed this video so far, please click on the like button, subscribe, and comment, please. Make sure you arrange it very well. It's going to go over the sleeve. Pin it down on the sleeve. For the sleeve part, use your needle and stitch it with tiny stitches so that it will be stable on the sleeve. Open up this side and fix the other end. Open up this side and fix the other end to it, and you're going to stitch it down and cut off the remaining parts. And this is what you have when you're done. For the front part, make sure you drape it very well. This net is a hard net, that's why it's refusing to stay. When you want to make your own, make sure you use a soft tool that will help you drape it very well. Use a soft tool that will help you to drape. And when you're done with it, you can attach to the down parts. This is for the upper parts. And when you are done with the upper part, you attach to the lower parts using your sewing allowance. And this is what you're going to have. Please like, subscribe, and ask your questions in the comment section. Thank you very much. See you next time. And for the upper part, to tidy up the upper part, you're going to use your lining the same way you cut your fabric. That's the same way you're going to cut your lining to cover up the upper parts.